Well, hello, boys and girls. Or should I say, hola, niños y niñas. I'm so happy you stopped by the library today. I actually wanted to share two very important things with you. It's Hispanic Heritage Month. That's why I'm dressed this way. I am from Puerto Rico, and they speak Spanish there. I also wanted to share something that's very important and near and dear to my heart. It's this book. I love reading, as all of you may know, and today I'd like to read you a book called Waiting for the Biblioburro. Now, this book takes place in Colombia, so there will be many Spanish words, and hopefully you can figure out what they mean as I read. Let's get started. Waiting for the Biblioburro by Monica Brown, illustrations by John Parra. On a hill behind a tree there is a house. In the house there is a bed, and on the bed there is a little girl named Anna, fast asleep, dreaming about the world outside and beyond the hill. When Anna wakes up to the rooster's kikiriki, Papi is already at work on the farm, and Mommy is busy in the garden. Anna bathes her little brother and feeds the goats, and collects the eggs to sell at the market. After breakfast, Anna and her mother walk down the hill. Anna closes her eyes against the sun and wishes she was back in the cool of the house with her libro, her book. Anna has read her book, her only book, so many times she knows it by heart. The book was a gift from her teacher for working so hard on her reading and writing. But last fall, her teacher moved far away, and now there is no one to teach Anna and the other children in the village. Oh my, what will the children do? So, at night on her bed in the house on the hill, Anna makes up her own cuentos. She tells the stories to her little brother to help him fall asleep. She tells him stories about make-believe creatures that live in the forest and the mountains and the sea. She wishes for new stories to read, but her teacher with the books has gone. One morning, Anna wakes up to the sound of tak-tak, clip-clap, and ee-ah, ee-ah. When Anna looks down the hill below her house, she sees a man with a sign that reads Biblioburro. With the man, there are two burros. What are they carrying? I wonder too. Libros! Books! Ana runs down the hill to the man with the sign and the burros and the books. Other children run to him too, skipping down hills and stomping through the fields. Who are you? Who are they? The children ask. They're very excited. The man says, I am a librarian, a bibliotecario, and these are my burros, Alfa and Beto. Welcome to the Biblioburro, my biblioteca. But, Señor, Ana says, I thought libraries were only in big cities and buildings. Not this one, says the librarian. This is a moving library. Then he spreads out his books and invites the children to join him under a tree. Oh, that looks like fun. Once upon a time, the librarian begins, sharing the story of an elephant who swings from a spider's web. He reads from books with beautiful pictures, then helps the little ones learn their abecedario. He sings A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or in Spanish, A, B, C, C, D, E, F, G, and so on. Finally, he says, now it's your turn. Pick out books, and in a few weeks I will be back to collect them and bring you new ones. Me too? asks Anna. Especially you, says the librarian with a smile. So many cuentos! While Alfa and Beto chomp the sweet grass under the tree, Anna picks up book after book and finds pink dolphins and blue butterflies, castles and fairies, talking lions, and magic carpets. Wow, those sound like great stories. Someone should write a story about your burros, Ana tells the librarian, rubbing Alfa's nose and feeding more grass to Beto. Why don't you? He asks. Then he packs up the books and is off. Enjoy, he calls to the children. I will be back. Hasta la próxima, niños. Ana runs up the hill to her house, hugging the books to her chest. She can't wait to share her books with her brother, and that night she reads until she can't keep her eyes open any longer. Each morning, Ana does her chores and reads and looks out her window. She listens for the sounds of Alfa and Beto. But weeks pass and the librarian doesn't return. Oh my. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go read, Ana. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go draw, Ana. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go write, Ana. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who finally says, Go to bed, Ana. One night, Ana dreams she is flying over her country on a butterfly's back. In her dreams, she crosses mountains and oceans and rivers and jungles, bringing stories everywhere she goes. Stories fly from her mouth and her fingers like magic, falling into the hands of the children waiting below. Oh, that's beautiful. When Ana wakes up, she misses Alfa and Beto and the Biblioburro's books. She remembers that the librarian told her that she could write a book, and so, with paper and string and colored pencils, she does. Finally, just when Ana thinks she'll never see Biblioburro again, she wakes up to "Ee-ah, ee-ah," and children yelling. Excited, she runs down the hill with her library books and a special surprise of her very own. I wrote this cuento for you, she says. Que bueno, the librarian says, and then he reads her story to the children under the tree. When it's time to go, Ana's book is packed carefully on the burro's back, ready to be carried away over the hills and through the fields to another child who is asleep on a bed in a house on a hill behind a tree, dreaming of Alfa and Beto and all the new stories the Biblioburro will bring. Wow, that was amazing. I hope you enjoyed that book as much as I did. And I hope you were able to figure out what all those Spanish words meant. But I have one more treat for you. The author has left a little note at the end of the book that I'd like to share with you. So, let's take a listen. Author's note. How far would you go for a book? How far would a librarian travel to bring a book to you? Around the world, there are many librarians and libraries that travel long distances, just like the Biblioburro. In Kenya, camel caravans deliver books to nomads in the desert. In Sweden, Stockholm's floating library delivers books to islanders on book boats. In Zimbabwe, there is a donkey-drawn mobile cart library. In the United States, bookmobiles started out as book wagons. This book was inspired by a particular librarian that the author was honored to get to know. His name, Luis Soriano Bohorques, who lives near La Gloria, Colombia. This teacher and librarian delivers books to children who live in remote villages with the help of his two donkeys, Alfa and Beto, That's right, they're real. Luis's Biblioburro program is an inspiration to us all. To learn more about Luis, check out www.cnn.com/2010 living /02 /25 cnnheroes.soriano /. This book is a celebration of Luis and all the teachers and librarians who bring books to children everywhere, across deserts, fields, mountains, and water. What a marvelous story! I can't believe that Alpha and Beto are actual donkeys. And I can't believe that Luis Soriano Bojorquez is a librarian delivering books to children all over Colombia. What a great job! He is truly a hero. I can't wait to learn more about him. I'll be checking out that website in the author's note, and I hope that you do too. Well, until next time, happy reading!